Welcome back. Perennials and shrubs that bloom forever. Well, maybe not forever, but that's the goal. We're going to try to put those things in our garden. And that's what our landscaping expert, Phil Steinhauer, has for us today. And Phil, it's nice to have you back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The fire coverage sort of upended our schedule of landscaping segments and our Gabby Gourmet segment. So we're a little turned around, but we're getting back on track. So you've brought plants that are really suited to our climate, and they're going to give us lots of color in the garden.
Right. So I kind of tried with the heat we've been having. These are plants that I would consider tough, drought tolerant, and bloom a long time. So they're going to give us the benefits with the weather we've been having, and also keep it low maintenance so you can, tend to these things. So to start with, I've brought smokebush, and not only does this have a pink blossom on them, it has these super vibrant colors. This is a chartreuse color, so this is yellow smokebush. Beautiful. And then we have the purple smokebush. These will get 15 feet tall, so they'll get big, very low maintenance, and once established, super drought tolerant.
And these are the ones that have kind of a feather-y, frothy end to them.
Yes,
in midsummer
more
and more.
Yes, they'll have a nice kind of pink plume that's why they call it smokebush. Looks like it's in a cloud of smoke.
Nice.
In front here we have, I think, a very underutilized plant. This is called woad waxen. This one is royal gold, so it's a little bit smaller. It's only going to get 2 feet tall. This is the yellow one here. And it just gets covered in profuse blooms, very, very drought tolerant, doesn't need any maintenance, disease-free, just a great shrub.
Now we're talking.
Yep. And behind it, I've put the red hot poker. And you can see this would be a great grouping in your garden as well because of the height of the red hot poker. And again, this is what I would call a very tough plant. Blooms in the summer, blooms for quite a long time. The flowers start orange, and then you can see they fade to yellow.
Oh, I see. This is all the same plant, but you get these different variations.
You get all these different variations within basically the different plants. And this is, again, likes a very dry spot. The only little gardening tip, you might want to mulch this in the winter. It might, it'll help it come back next year.
All right, very good.
In front here, we've got two. This one, again, I'm using more for color, so if you don't have bloom time in your garden, you can see how well this silver works against the purples and the greens. So adding, this is a fringe sage, adding some color into your garden with just the foliage is a great way to get color throughout the summer.
I like this. So you would put this in the foreground, it stays
Yes, I
low.
would put this in the foreground. And it would work great, again, with this chocolate flower. This is a long-blooming perennial. It's a plant select. Likes it very dry, very hot, and you don't want to overwater this at all. And then if you put this next to a wok, you will actually get the kind of the fragrance of actually chocolate.
Oh,
it actually smells
that's why
like
they call it that.
Yeah, and actually the flowers actually smell
Do they?
a little bit like. It's supposed to smell like baked brownies as you're.
Oh my goodness.
And it's probably the heat. When it's cooler, it doesn't smell as much. But when the heat's, when they're in the sun, they give off a fragrance.
We're down to our last 30 seconds, Phil. What do you have here at this end of the
Here
table?
I have, again, this is a summer wine 9-bark. It's going to have this burgundy green foliage, and then it'll be covered in a pinkish white blossom in the summer. And it's just a great shrub. It's going to get about 4 feet tall. Give you that color in the garden when it's not blooming with its burgundy foliage. And then the one right next to that, this pink blossom, here is butterfly bush. And this comes in all kinds of different colors, very easy to grow. It's very drought tolerant and is covered in either pink or red or purple blooms. One gardening tip on this, after it's done, in the fall, you want to cut it down to the ground.
Okay.
So you can keep it more compact and nicer.
And you can get some bargains at the garden store these days, can't you?
Yep.
All right.
Thank
you so much, Phil. We're glad to have you back. And to get the complete list of long-blooming perennials and shrubs, just visit thedenverchannel.com, and we'll have a link under that big red TV button. Stay with us. We'll be right back.